Hello, Steve Smallman here. I'm making these videos for Manchester Libraries as a celebration of the Summer Reading Challenge. This year the theme's Wild World Heroes, and we're drawing animals step by step. And today we've got a rather large animal to draw. It's going to be an elephant. Now we're going to start with a circle. Doesn't have to be a perfect circle. I'm pressing quite lightly here, and we're going to do a little line across there and a line down there. That's going to be the elephant's head, and these lines will help us to show where his eyes go. Right, behind that circle, a little way down, we're going to do a curved line going that way, and then underneath this bit here we're going to bring in a line down. It's going to go at an angle, round off at the bottom, and then join up with a more or less straight line at the back like that. This is going to be the elephant's stomach. It looks a bit weird at the moment, but it will look right in a minute. I think we need to put some legs on because that will sort of show where everything is. His shoulder's going to be about here, so his legs are going to come from about here. And you can start off by just doing two lines coming down. At the bottom you sort of round it off and do a flat bit like that for the bottom of the foot. And then the back leg, we're going to follow this round from this bit here. We're going to come down and a slight bend like that, and then we're going to come this way and come down. So again, a slight curve there. That's where his knee is, and then level with that one. We can even do a little guideline to show us where that will be. We'll do another little foot on the end there. So there's both the feet on this side, and then we'll need to have one just a little bit higher in the background there, and one. I'm going to bend this one, so we'll come out this way a little bit, and then we'll come out this way a little bit, and we'll put the foot on the bottom there like that. So this will be where it's bending. We can put some little wrinkles in there. Okay, so now we have a head, we have a body, we have some legs. I'm going to stick his tail up in the air like that. There's a little bit of hair on the end of the tail like that. There's a reason for that, which we'll come to later. Right, we better put some eyes on our elephant. So on that line, we're going to do two quite wide circles, and then we're going to do a trunk. Now if we do a curved line between those eyes like that, that's the top end of the trunk, and then we'll follow that down, and we're going to go down, and then we're going to curve it up, and at the end we're going to do a little, it's a bit like a pear shape, so narrow at the top and wider at the bottom. It's going to be the end of his trunk, and then we're going to come from the bottom of that pear shape, and we're going to come down, and it's going to get wider as it comes all the way up to here. And that's where his smile is going to be, so we can put a big smile even further than that, all the way over there like that. I put a little dent there, shows where the smile is denting his cheek. Right, he looks very happy, doesn't he? We better put some ears on him. Now he's going to be an African elephant, so he's going to have quite a flat head at the top, and then his ears are going to be, there's going to be like a little notch there like that, and the ears will come out like this, quite straight, and then they go round, and at the bottom they have a little pointy bit, and that comes up to there. Same on this side, so up a little notch there, look, and then round, and you won't see the pointy bit because that'll be behind his trunk. Now I think we should have a big smile on our elephant, so from that corner of the mouth I'm going to come down. The elephants have quite a sort of triangular shaped mouth, so it's a bit like that. Always comes to a point, and then it has a bottom lip that sticks out of the bottom like that. Now inside that mouth we'll see his tongue, so I'm going to draw two curved lines like that, and I'm going to colour in a bit around them, and that makes it look like a tongue inside his mouth, like that. Okay, now we've got our elephant. We need to put some detail on, and one of the details we need is some tusks, and the tusks come just above the mouth. So if we do a little curved line like that, and then we can do one curved line and then come back with another curved line to do a tusk on that side, and we'll just see a little bit of the other one on the other side. Now elephants have lots of wrinkles. For a start, they have wrinkles all around their trunk, so we're going to do some curved lines going all the way down his trunk. When we get to the tricky bit here, we're going to stop, because this is seeing the underside, and we're going to go to this end, put some tiny little curves going the other way. And we can even make those a bit more obviously bumpy there, where it folds over. You see I'm going to the edge and then putting a bump on each of those curves. That looks like it's got a curly trunk with ridges all around it. We put two little teardrop shaped holes at the end of his trunk, and then I think we better have him looking at us, so I'm going to put some pupils in there. You see I've left a little white space. I'm not going to colour in. That makes a highlight in the eye, so it looks like the light is catching that eye. Pressing a bit harder around his eye so you can see it better. He looks very happy, doesn't he? Shall we make him look a bit mischievous as well? So to do that, we're going to give him some eyebrows that go up and then down and then up a little bit. So up and then down and then up a little bit like that. Now he looks a bit naughty, doesn't he? And if we put a little line across the top of his eyes like that, it makes him look even more sneaky. Now we need some more wrinkles. Now there'll be some wrinkles at the top of his legs, so if we draw his leg in, put some wrinkles around the back of his leg as well, and put some wrinkles round here, like the top of his leg, where his leg joins his body. And we can put some wrinkles on the back leg as well, where that joins his body. You can never have too many wrinkles on an elephant, because they really do have very wrinkly skin. We can make that tummy a little bit more strong now. And they also have wrinkly kneecaps, so if we do a little bulge for his knee like that, and we can almost do like a little spiral there for his kneecap. So he's got little wrinkly knees. And on this one, which is coming forwards, we'll have a little like spiral of wrinkles there like that. Some wrinkles at the top of his foot, and he needs some big toenails, so we're going to do one, they're flat at the bottom, two, flat at the bottom again. I think three is enough because they're at the front end, and we can put some wrinkles around the top of those toenails. That's a good elephant's foot, isn't it? Look at that. One, two. I think we'll just do two on that one because we're seeing the side of the foot. There's some little wrinkles at the back. We won't see much there, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Same again here, we put 1, 2, 3 toes with the flat bottoms on. And a little bit of wrinkling under there. And 1, 2, 3 big toenails that side. Now we need to do his ears. I'm going to press a bit harder. You see they're quite sort of, I don't know, a bit sort of tatty looking really. I'm going to put a little line on the inside there as well, just to make it, and you can have a few little marks like this where your ears look a little bit tatty and they don't have a sort of smooth line, they have a wobbly edge. Little line inside that ear there. So I'm now going back, I'm pressing a little bit harder. I'm going to put a little bit of hair on the top of this one just to make it look interesting. The younger elephants tend to have more hair on the top of their heads. Strengthening those tusks as well, make them look a bit stronger. And strengthening his smile as well, because we need him to look smiley, because that shows how cheeky he is. And the reason he's cheeky is because, you know the way elephants trumpet? They go like that. Well, I did that with my mouth, honest. You can't tell from here, but honest I did. We're going to put the top line in as well, because it's the only one that's not strong, isn't it? We can put some more wrinkles up here as well. Put some more curly wrinkles in. We can put some, just a few, just so that he looks a bit as though he's got lived-in skin, shall we say? And his tail. I'm going to press a bit harder on that. So 2 thin lines and a sort of hairy bit on the end like that. And there we have our elephant. I'm going to put a bit of shadow on the floor underneath him. I'm going to put a little bit of shadow on that back leg. A bit of shadow under his tummy to make him look a bit more 3D. And a little bit of shadow on that back leg, because that helps push that one back behind this one. A little bit of shadow under his chin there and behind that ear. And a little bit of shadow in that ear, a little bit in there. And probably don't need a lot more than that. I just put a little bit of shadow on the underside of his trunk there. And a tiny bit inside his mouth. Now, we use our rubber. Now I've got a squidgy putty rubber here that I'm using, but you can use an ordinary rubber, it doesn't matter. Now I'm rubbing out the lines that I don't need anymore. I don't need these lines down the middle of his face anymore. I don't need that line. It used to show me where the bottom of his chin was. So all the lines you don't need, you can rub out at this stage. You notice this is the first time I've used the rubber. I don't usually use the rubber till the end, because if you draw something and rub it out and draw something and rub it out, you never get anywhere. It's best to wait till the end and then change things a little bit if you need to. Right, put that back in again because it's gone a little bit washed out with the rubber. Put these wrinkles back in. Oh yeah, he's very wrinkly, isn't he? And now I think we need the trumpeting. I did mention it earlier, didn't I? So we're going to make him look as though he's making a trumpety noise by putting some little straight lines coming out like that, and maybe a little cloud of dust. There we go. And because elephants are very clever, they can trumpet from both ends at once. So at this end, I'm going to do another little selection of lines coming out like that, and another little cloud. And that one, maybe you wouldn't want to get too close to.